What's going on, everybody? Who's ready for a beer? I think I'm ready for a beer. Today should be pretty damn good. I'm hoping. What's up, Duchess? How you doing? Oh, you're drinking the Royal Bee? Yeah, I got that downstairs. I'll be coming up eventually. Probably not till a little bit later because I have so much before that. But what's up, Kentucky? Finally happy you're able to tune in for a live for once instead of being on the replay crew. That's okay. Hope everybody's doing great. It's a nice, wonderful Saturday. Wow, why did I think it's Saturday? Jesus. Wednesday afternoon. Don't mind me. I'll be over here. Yeah, weather's beautiful out today. Nothing a nice hazy IPA won't fix, you know? I think this kind of beer can be perfect for this kind of weather. I know, Kentucky, I know. But hey, at least you still tuned in, so I really appreciate that. Oh yeah, so just to let you guys know, there will not be What's the News tonight. Completely forgot tonight is Logan's birthday, so I was like, you know what? It's your birthday. You don't need to be doing like a vape advocacy show on your birthday to get the rage sweats inducing. So I gave him the night off. So we will be back to our regularly scheduled programming next week. But it's 4 o'clock, people. So let's do this. Boom. What is going on, everybody? Happy Wednesday to you all, and welcome to another live beer review. Today, we're sticking in the same realm of sticking to our things we don't say beers. We got 3 more, well, 2 more, not counting today's, but today we're going to be looking at the Zipline Brewing Company's rendition of this one, which they did something a little bit different. They kind of stuck with the same wrecipe as, who is it? Shit. Why can't I holy crap, my mind just went blank for a second. Jesus Christ. Wow. Holy crap. What the hell did it... So, my mind just whew. I know it's... What was the Eagle Park. Wow. Don't mind me. But they kind of stuck a little bit with Eagle Park's original kind of recipe for this brew, but they made it a little different. They added I believe they added cashmere hops to this one instead. So, kind of with the same traditional as the ITSOK and the El Dorado, which are going to bring nice kind of bright, like, tropical fruit notes, like, all that kind of stuff, and then add little bits of, like, piney, resiny, kind of earthy finish to it. I don't know, maybe the cashmere might add, like, a grassy note, who knows, but I don't know, this guy comes out at a 6% ABV, and this one is actually the only one out of the the series that I got that's actually in a bottle, which I don't mind at all. I enjoy a nice bottle of beer for once in a while. But, so, yeah, why don't we crack this guy open and see what this guy's all about. See if it's sticking in the same realms as... Come on. There you go. So let's see what we got on the smell with this one. Oh yeah, very like bright, kind of like grapefruity kind of smells coming through. Nice little bit of like nice hoppy bite on there too. A little bit of like a resiny dankness coming out of here, which is really nice. But without further ado, let's pour this guy. Gonna be drinking out of all my usual glasses are dirty and in the dishwasher at the moment, but drinking out of my Musky Tail, like a little bar up in northern Wisconsin, up towards Hayward, Wisconsin. If you've ever been out there, it's Line and Kugels as well. Which, when it comes to like a craft brewery that kind of got big, I'm always a fan of some Line and Kugels, so I don't mind using this glass at all. But let's see how this guy pours. Nice little hazy IPA. Oh, this one's got a little bit of a head to it. What are you doing, sir? What is that? My pour game today is weak. Really weak. Holy crap. What is that? So it has like a lighter, obviously. Has more of like a kind of a bright yellowish kind of color to it. A lot of head on this one. I wonder why there's a lot of head. Hold on, let's do the trick. There's a trick that I learned from getting a head down. Rub your finger on your nose and get like the nose oil, your oils of your face and all that stuff on there, and kind of rub it on the head. It kind of brings the head down a little bit. I don't know why. But yeah, without further ado, I think it's time for us to try this guy. I might have a little bit of the head going on the mustache a little bit, but I don't even care. Let's give this guy a try. So without further ado, cheers everybody. I don't know if I actually got any of you. I think I just drank most of the head. There we go. Right off the bat, get this nice kind of piney, resiny flavor. That's really nice. It's really crisp. Getting like hints of like mango and all that kind of stuff in the background. But yeah, very light, very sessionable. Yeah, it's delicious. Definitely kind of just is like a really nice, easy drinking hazy IPA for sure. It definitely has that more of like a lighter haze to it, which I do not mind at all. It definitely kind of has that more murky, kind of lighter yellow of a color to it. But overall flavor is really nice. Getting like a little bit of a grassy note in there, like kind of like a lemongrass kind of situation. But yeah, very, very nice, like hints of pineapple, mango, maybe like a little bit of like a guava kind of note to it that kind of gives it like a little bit of a funk. Because whenever I think of the hops they use for like that give hints of guava, they kind of give me like hints of like a funky fruit flavor in there as well. But yeah, very, very nice. Very, very nice. Definitely very light on the flavors. It's not really as pungent as like the one I said I had yesterday from Divine Barrel, which it was more of like, it was, since it was an 8% or more, had those deep flavors and all the kind of like a little bit more boozy. But this one, very light, very crisp, leaves like a nice little oily mouthfeel to it. But when it's almost to the point where it's a nice juicy IPA, but I would say it's a little bit more of like an oily kind of mouthfeel. But let's talk about Zipline really quick before we kind of talk about more of this things we don't say. So Zipline is out of Lincoln, Nebraska, which they actually have a couple locations. They have located in like, so they have their main brewery, which is in one part of Lincoln, and then they have a beer hall. They kind of created like their own like German style beer hall up in, I think it's West Lincoln, I believe, and then they have a tap room in Omaha, Nebraska, and then they have a beer lounge in a different part of Omaha. So they have 4 locations you're going to be able to go to if you're in the Nebraska kind of Lincoln, Omaha area. To where, let's see what they have to say about themselves. So Zipline Brewing Co. crafts artisan ales and lagers with high quality precision in Lincoln, Nebraska. Zipline was born from the founders in that sense of adventure and their desire to connect with the thrill-seeking spirit of all craft beer fans. Our approach is clean, simple, and direct to help you focus your energy on enjoying brave new brews. So it's very nice. They're just a brewery that started because they wanted to get more in touch with their local craft beer community, which, if you can't enjoy that, why not? That's an awesome thing that they did. So, really, really nice. Really enjoying this one so far. It's definitely, like I said, lighter than the other two I think I've had. But overall, still very delicious. Really, really enjoyable. But let's see. Let's talk a little bit about the things we don't say before. More about like what this cause is about. So the really cool thing is, I thought at first it was only like a few like maybe 20 or 30 breweries kind of took part in this. But now, after I looked into it a little bit more, this kind of movement with the things we don't say, bringing pretty much kind of like a movement for mental health awareness and suicide prevention, all that kind of stuff. They actually have over 190 breweries involved in this throughout 8 different countries. So that is absolutely unbelievable to me, to where a community like the craft beer community come together, kind of pretty much come with a special movement, bring out these special beers that are coming out with this things we don't say, with the special labeling, with all the kind of the resources that you need on there when it comes to helping somebody with mental health issues. But it's a little bit smaller on this one, but everything is still there. But I don't know, this kind of movement is really like special to me because it touches home a lot, because I have a lot of family that deals with mental illnesses and all that kind of stuff. Suicide has been a thing in my family before, and it's just definitely something that hits home to me, and something that I really care a lot about, because it's like when something like that hits home, it's hard for you not to be emotionally attached to something like that. So when it comes to a movement like this happening, to see the craft beer community come together throughout the world and bring awareness to all these mental illness, LGBTQ, TQ. What the hell? I can't freaking say it. LGBTQ, yeah. So all those kind of movements, bringing them like to light, even though around the world it probably is already brought to light, but kind of having an own community, kind of bring awareness around and spread it around to every community within the craft beer world is really cool, because who knows, issues that are going on here in the US may be different to issues going out in like Denmark, Germany, situations like that. So really, really nice to see breweries throughout the world participate in this, which is a really, really cool thing. I'm really proud to say that seeing something like this in the craft beer industry just kind of gives me hope for humanity too, a little bit at times, just because people that are so passionate about something that I'm growing that kind of same passion for kind of makes me even more want to get into that industry, knowing that, especially with all the things kind of that have been happening with the past couple weeks within the craft beer industry, of people like coming out and making awareness about stuff that's happened to them, possibly within the craft beer world, where it comes to their either working at a brewery and the breweries are making corrections to make sure that the environment they are in is the most happy, like family environment they can make. So it's cool to see these breweries kind of noticing that in some situations to where they may have an employee over there who's kind of creating a hostile environment or treating people wrongly, and the brewery is able to make the corrections either terminating the person or just regular actions have been made, knowing that these breweries actually care. So that's really, really cool to me. But let's start getting into this beer a little bit. So let's see what Untappd has to say about this guy. So like I said before, the 6% hazy IPA with Azeka, El Dorado, and Cashmere hops. And with over 102 ratings so far from this version, from that Zipline came out, there's an average rating of 3.83 on Untappd, which it's not bad. Definitely, the other ones that I tried had that over like 4 rating on Untappd, but this one may have been just one that many people haven't really got their hands on, and maybe something that Zipline is mostly only available within the Lincoln kind of Omaha area of Nebraska. But this is a very, very solid, nice, easy drinking, sessionable hazy IPA, I think, which is nice. Very, very nice, very crisp, very clean. It's like, I love the grassy notes in this. I like that kind of resiny, dank flavor in here, along with those tropical fruits, like a mango, papaya kind of situation. But overall, very, very delicious. This beer would be like perfect for like after you're done mowing the lawn. Very, very nice. Definitely crisp and refreshing. But let's see what people have to say about this one. So somebody gave this a 4 out of 5. Purchasing from Trevor, this was part of that 5-pack that I got from Trevor, which is why I'm doing all 5 of them this week in a row. Somebody gave this a 3 out of 5. Another purchase from Trevor. Somebody gave it a 3.5. Let's see. Somebody gave it a 4, saying good beer for a good cause. 100% agree. 3.75. Somebody gave it a 4.25, saying a delicious beer. Thank you, Zipline, for the beer. Delicate haze. Delicate hazy. Yeah, I would say it's more of the delicate on flavors. Somebody gave this a 3.5, saying tasty. Saying, what else did they say? The beer looks light, but has a full body of a darker beer with the smoothness of a light beer. So yeah, definitely, I would definitely agree with that. It definitely has kind of some of those flavors, like a more well-rounded, more heavily bodied beer, but still has a lot of those like small, like crisper notes of like a lighter beer as well. So it's very nice in between like having those darker notes of like a danker IPA, like a danker hazy IPA, along with those lighter crisp notes, and maybe like kind of like a more lighter refreshing IPA as well. But overall, yeah, this one's absolutely delicious for an easy drinker. Absolutely. So let's start going down our ratings here and start figuring out what we're going to do with this one. So, bottle art, since it's not a can. Yeah, I'm going to say it's going to be sweet and simple because this is the same art that they've had on the 2 other ones that I've already done. So, easy 5 out of 5. I love what they're doing when it comes to just keeping it like that. It's a little bit smaller. Kind of wish they would have made the label a little bit bigger so these can be more legible on the side, because that's what the main thing that I guess you would want to be brought out a little bit more, is having these resources for like phone numbers and text lines that people can use if they're in bad situations when it comes to mental health, or they're maybe having suicidal thoughts. That these were more legible so they can be a little bit bigger. So that's the one thing I kind of wish with this one, but still overall it's the same message they're bringing along with the label. All the resources are there. You just, if you need glasses, you might need to get those on to read this one a little bit, because it's a little bit smaller of a font, but very, very nice. Still going to give it a 5 out of 5 for label, just because of what the cause is about and all that kind of stuff. And yeah, let's see. If I got this beer in a flight at Zipline, would I get another one? Yeah, I probably would. I would see what other kind of IPAs they have available. If there was something a little bit more heavier that I would enjoy, like more of like kind of like a deeper, higher, maybe a little bit higher of an ABV for a hazy IPA they have over there, I probably might get that one first. But if I was just looking to have a couple simple, nice, just lighter hazy IPAs, this would definitely be one that I would go for if I got this in a flight, for sure. Really like the lacing on the side. Look at that. That's always a sign of clean glass and a nice lacing on the side, which, love it. So let's start going down to what my final rating on this one's going to be. Love the bottle art. Might have liked the font to be a little bit bigger, but that's just me being nitpicky. Overall, it's still a great label, still great message that they're bringing along. I'm going to give this one like a solid 7.75 out of 10. Really good. I would have liked it a little bit more of like a heavier body to it, like a more depth, maybe a little bit more of like a piney, danky, resiny notes in there. But it's light, crisp, refreshing, 6% ABV. You could have a few of these and be perfectly fine. Yeah, overall, very, very solid. Would definitely recommend this for a nice, easy drinking hazy IPA for sure. This is one that I would have no problem easily drinking down. Like these, you can slam a few of these and be perfectly fine. But overall, very, very delicious. Other than that, I think that's what I have for you guys today. So everybody, thank you in chat for hanging out. I appreciate all of you. Just to kind of keep in the message of the things we don't say kind of situation. If you ever are like, you know, somebody in need, or you're possibly one of those people in need, reach out to somebody to talk to. Use these resources that are available. I put a lot of them down in the description below for you guys. If you know anybody that's in need, that needs somebody to talk to, make sure that you're out there and be able to talk to them, because you never know, just by you reaching out to somebody or doing something like that, you may possibly save a life. And that's something that I always have to preach a little bit more, but always be open to talk to somebody whenever somebody comes to you for need with anything, when it comes to just somebody to talk to, or kind of just if they want to kind of vent or anything, because who knows, we don't want people to kind of bottle that stuff up, because it can cause harm to others down the road or themselves, and we don't want that. The beer community / YouTube kind of community that we've kind of created over here, we always want things to be safe. We always want to create a good environment within any kind of community that we're in. So always kind of be well to others, and wellness will come to you in that aspect. But other than that, that's pretty much what I have for you guys today. So again, thank you, everybody in chat, for hanging out. You guys are awesome. Make sure to hit that like button on your way out. It would help me out a lot. And if you like what you see, and if you're new to the channel, this is the first review you're seeing, hit that subscribe button along with that notification bell. We'll let you know whenever I go live doing another beer review. I do reviews every single day. Yeah, 100%, Matt. 100%, Matt. So, other than that, if you want a nice social media aspect to beer drinkers out there, get yourself on Untappd. If you're already on Untappd and haven't sent me a friend request yet, what are you doing? The link to my profile is down in the description below for you guys. Make sure to shoot me a friend request. I want to see what other people are drinking, and it's just a fun little platform where you can check in your beers, get badges, get little like deals when it comes to different services out there. That's how I was introduced to Trevor. So really, really cool little app / little fun social media thing for beer drinkers. But overall, solid beer. Great job, Zipline. You guys did a good job of this one. But just remember, it's if you decide not to say anything when it comes to how you're feeling, or if you know somebody who's kind of going through some stuff and you decide to not say anything, you're doing yourself a disservice for doing that. So make sure, if you're feeling down, reach out to somebody. And if you know somebody who's feeling down and you feel like they're going to do harm to themselves or others, do something about it. Reach out to somebody. They'll do something if you don't feel comfortable doing it. But at the end of the day, make sure you just do good service to others at the end of the day. And that's pretty much what I have for you guys today. So I'm going to say it like I always say it before we get out of here. If you're going to drink responsibly. Don't drink and drive. And I will see you all tomorrow, people. Cheers.